This video will keep you at the edge of your seat, and this is one of many brilliant checkmate patterns. Sit back, relax, and please like, share, and subscribe. In order for this video to be very useful to you, I would love it if you can pause the video and try and find out the move I'm about to play in the position. Because you see, in this example, we simply sacrifice our queen, and this is an unstoppable mate. Black feels that everything is got under control until we unleash this brilliant, amazing, stunning queen sacrifice. And suddenly it dawns on Black that I'm literally getting checkmated. And this is one of many brilliant ways to checkmate your opponent. Welcome to 1000 brilliant ways to checkmate. This particular checkmating pattern is very nasty and bloody, as we begin with the stunning fork. But the aim is not to capture Black's rook, but rather to push Black to f8. Then we can sacrifice our queen, and the moment Black's bishop captures, we checkmate Black. If you want to have games like this, boost your rating and become a pro player like the players you watch, you can check in my description and message me via my Gmail, and let's get started. I won't say chess is boring when you can literally showcase high level of brilliance over the board. And it begins with this rook sacrifice. Trust me, this is not a free rook. Don't fall for it. He takes back, and he's left with no other option but to take with either the queen or the bishop. If he takes with the bishop, this is obviously checkmate, so he must take with the queen. And even as he takes with the queen, this is still obviously check. White has creatively launched a successful attack on Black, but the attack which seems over is over not yet, as White proceeds to sacrifice his queen, and this is instant checkmate. White must capture, and the moment White captures, just brutally checkmate White. Imagine having all these heavy artillery pieces but still cannot protect your king. That's crazy. Oh, and instantly I found this checkmate because it has to do with the sacrifice of a queen to attract the king out of the d6 square. This is called the attraction sacrifice, and the moment the king comes out, you proceed to check the king with your bishop and not your rook, and the king must go back. I throw in the final blow, bishop to e6, and this is me. What this puzzle aims at helping you achieve is seeing things faster in chess and knowing different checkmate patterns that may occur in some of your games. Movement of Black's king is highly restricted, but Black feels like he got everything under control until you simply sacrifice your queen. This is still an attraction sacrifice, and the moment the rook captures, you have now freed White's pawn to move one square forward and give a check to Black's king. The only idea that exists in this position is definitely to capture on g7, checkmating the king, but we cannot obviously do that right away as Black's pieces highly protect the king, and this will be actually losing for us. And then we'll find this rook sacrifice, and this is a deflection sacrifice, deflecting the queen out of the b5, and once the queen captures, then we can carry out our initiative, and this is definitely checkmate. Due to the heavy defense of Black's rook, it looks like Black's king is under solid protection, and the best White can get out of this is actually this pawn move, further restricting the Black's king movement. But no, not yet. You can sacrifice your queen, and Black must capture. The moment he captures, you now check with your rook, stopping the king from escaping from the f8 file, now giving a discovered check, and this is checkmate. Because the next move is this big queen sacrifice. Black must capture, give a check with your rook, and the king will drop back definitely, then you checkmate him. This is a double check, so the queen cannot really capture the bishop because the rook still gives a check to the king, and the rook still cannot capture White's rook because the bishop still gives a check to the king. Two of White's rooks are doubled up on the b5, but the aim is not to capture but to sacrifice our queen. The king must capture. You simply slide your rook over. The only move available is to block with his queen, and even that is not sufficient because you still capture the queen. Oh, and we're counting down to the last of them all. And simply capture, the king will capture back, and you jump in with your knight, giving a check to the king. The king practically has one square to go, and you can finish it off with your rook, and this is checkmate. To proceed this with a queen sacrifice, give a check to the king. Now Black is posed with two options, either to drop here and get checkmated after two moves, or to drop here and get checkmated instantly. If he moves here, this obviously is checkmate. so he wouldn't there. So he goes for the better square, which is here. And even at that, we'll start by giving a check to the king. And the queen must come back to defend the king. We'll even capture it, and yet another time we'll capture it. And this is, we are down to the last of them all. And this particular one will be titled Hopeful but Hopeless. Because in this position, we give white hope that after we give a check to the king, the black knight can capture it, stopping the checkmate, but yet we deliver yet another checkmate. Now you see, in that position, black was hopeful but hopeless.